From Southeast Texas, we welcome you inside Minute Maid Park here in downtown Houston. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Oakland A's and the Houston Astros. The A's have won 5 games in a row. They'll look for number 6 right after this. Dallas Keuchel will be on the mound for the Astros. What's your take on him, Dan?
Dallas Keuchel is a complete pitcher. He's kind of a throwback to a Jimmy Key kind of pitcher, a Tom Glavine type, not overpowering, 89 to 91 miles an hour with sink. Has the curveball, has the slider, and the straight changeup. What makes Dallas Keuchel so good, he'll throw all 4 of his pitches at any point in the count.
So striding in, Marcus Semien. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. First pitch on its way. First of 4 here on this Monday night as the first pitch of the game is over for strike 1. And fellas, these Astros entering play here tonight. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty. Dan, this team is playing well. They're getting closer in the division race. I guess my question to you, I started to really pitch better as the summer months started to get hotter?
No doubt about it. Not only does his team start feeling better, but I think you get a good vibe starting to go throughout the clubhouse. You realize that the schedule is starting to wind itself down. Every game is more important. The bigger the game, hopefully the better you play. And this team's been playing some really good baseball lately.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, I'm really excited to see how Yunel Escobar does in this one. He comes into this one hitting over 400 career against his opponent. Now, obviously, that's a relatively small sample size of at-bats, but it seems like he really likes facing this guy. It'll be interesting to see if the past history holds true.
Into the box now, Yunel Escobar. Head-to-head passed with Dallas Keuchel. Decent numbers. He's 6 for 15. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit the other way out toward right field. Cruz waits on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. At the plate now is the designated hitter, Jed Lowry. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the first pitch to him. Ball 1. Guys, this was a team that looked shaky prior to the start of this winning streak. What's allowed them to get hot lately?
Yeah, I don't think we can be surprised. They're on fire right now. Continuing a hot start, Matty, no doubt. They've stayed strong. They've come out of spring training with one goal in mind, and that's to get to the postseason. Strong starting rotation, a lineup that doesn't quit. The guys seem to really rally around each other, and they got one of the strongest bullpens in the game.
Sean Manaea gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, so far this year, this guy hasn't pitched very well on the road. He's actually struggled on the road, so it'll be interesting to see if he can turn that around here in this one.
And Dan, Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, fellas, there's nobody that I'm more excited to watch play than Carlos Correa. He hit over 350 last month. Just consistent at-bats all throughout the month. He was tough to pitch to, hitting good pitching and hit 4 pitching as well. We'll see if he stays hot here.
Here's Carlos Correa now as he begins this one as the 4th leading hitter in the American League. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. His career numbers against Manaea. He's got 2 hits in 20 at-bats. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one. Mr. James Kingsley.
Hey, Dero, James Kingsley's a pretty good umpire. He doesn't get too excited, keeps things under emotions. He's a pretty good ball and strike umpire.
Yeah, James Kingsley will never show you up, and he's always approachable.
Batting third, second baseman,
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. 0-1 the count. The windup and the 0-1. A bouncer up the middle. Semien's there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Nothing in the Houston first. We've played an inning from Minute Maid Park. Scoreless on the show. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. And you can see great numbers over the past few games. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. But that'll ricochet off the facade out there in left center. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
Any hitter will tell you that a shot like that just feels different. It sounds different off the bat. See his arms get extended, right arm tucked up against his body, barrel the bat all over the ball, and he smokes it right off the wall at left center. A little more hang time, and that one probably gets out of here.
Here's Chris Davis now. And he fouls this one off. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 27 homers and 54 runs batted in. Here's the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike two.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
The 0-2 pitch. And it's 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number one.
Time for a look at the Astros on D. And can we focus on George Springer, one of the more dynamic outfielders in our sport? He will leave his feet. He's got a cannon for an arm, not afraid to dive in and say hi to the fans if the ball's going near there too. Do not test this guy's arm.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Here comes the 0-1. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Chapman leads off second with one gone in the inning. Hit out towards second. There is Altuve. Throw in time at first for out number two. Coming to the plate now, Mark Trumbo. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. From the stretch. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Man, when you're struggling at the plate, that pitcher smells blood in the water. He's coming right after you, trying to end it quick.
And he'll just waste one there, 1-2. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Here's Nelson Cruz now. He enters this one second in the American League in round trippers. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that's a fair ball as it'll head for the 326 sign in right. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. And this, of course, is a ballpark that yields a lot of doubles as we take a look at the team leaders for the most two-base hits this year. And you can see right there that these guys rank second in the AL in that category. And here's a fastball called for strike one. A runner at second, nobody out. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Throw to first is in time for the first out.
All right, guys, here's how the Oakland A's are lining up defensively. And guys, this starting pitcher right here is in the top 5 in the league in strikeouts. And what does that tell me? That tells me that his defense cannot fall asleep in this one. They better go through their pre-pitch routine. They better stay on their toes and stay engaged in this one in case something finds a barrel.
Into the box, Yuli Gurriel. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Here's a slider that's inside, 1-0. Drilled on the ground to short. Taken in by Semien. Throw gets him, 2 down. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. His career numbers against Minaya. He's got 5 base hits in 19 tries. He's also been a strikeout victim 6 times. Cruz at second with 2 down. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Gonzalez, a Venezuelan-born ball player. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Hey, this guy has been an absolute solid player his entire big league career, and I expect him to have a ton of suitors come this offseason.
In the air, out to right. Piscotty's there for it. And the inning is over. Astros leave one. Will move to the 3rd with no score. Digging in, Sandy Leon. As we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. Maybe getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. First delivery to him on the way. And that one stayed up a little high. A fastball that just misses inside. This one skied out toward right. Cruz is there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Now in the box, Keon Broxton, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And that's taken high and outside for ball 1. And that's inside. Looked like the slider, and it's 2-0.
This at bat sets up really good right here, right? Hasn't seen a fastball yet, but now he gets to count at 2 balls and no strikes. He has to be looking for a fastball right here.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Gonzalez will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the 2nd out of the inning. Now batting, Marcus Semien. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled away. This is line to left. Gonzalez is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. A's are gone in order. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Evan Gattis now standing in. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Evan Gattis.
Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike 1. And a fastball just a bit high. Gattis, or El Oso Blanco as he's referred to in Latin American countries. He was selected in the 23rd round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
The next 1-2 pitch. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. The 1-2. His fastball taken high for a ball. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Fouled off. Ready with another 2-2. On pitch number 10 is the one that finally does it as he strikes out after a long battle here. Here's Jake Marisnick. Comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. First pitch of the at-bat. Tough pitch to lay off. The slider stays high for ball one. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. To 1-2 now. On the ground to the right side. Escobar has it, and there's out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Alex.
Next up for the Astros, Alex Bregman. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope,
and a fastball just a bit up. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
The 2-2 one more time. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And he struck him out, so he was forced to make 9 pitches that at-bat, but he'll take it as the inning is over. Astros go down 1-2-3. Now at the plate, Yunel Escobar. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Springer coming on. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
The batter, number 8.
Next will be the designated hitter, Jed Lowry. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. High pop-up. Catch made there by Altuve, and there are 2 gone now. Into the box now, Matt Chapman. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. So coming to the plate, Chris Davis.
He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you could extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Bregman gloves it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. One hit, one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. And back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the Puerto Rican sensation and former #1 overall pick Carlos Correa gets set to start the inning. No balls and a strike to count. The windup and the 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The second baseman, number 27, Jose.
Striding in for Houston, Jose Altuve comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And a neck high fastball that time. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Hot shot down the line, but a foul ball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Line to the right side, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
The right fielder, number 23, Nelson Cruz.
Striding into the box, Nelson Cruz. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at bat with another big hit right here. And it looks like they'd rather go after the next guy as the intentional walk signal comes here with 2 away.
That's what's called getting the treatment. Everyone knows he's a power threat with a bat, so it's all about not letting him be the guy that beats you.
Here's George Springer. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
Sort of surprising to see a 5-hole hitter take 2 in a row for strikes to start an at bat. Now he's way behind the count, so we'll see if he can battle back.
Lifted in the air out towards left center.
Broxton's under it.
And that retires the side. 1 left for Houston through 4. Still tied, 0-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Stephen Piscotty. He'll begin things here against Dallas Keuchel. First pitch of the at-bat. A ball and no strikes. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Hey, I know how frustrated he is right now. They say the pitcher gets a strike, the hitter gets a strike, and the umpire gets a strike. That's exactly what's happening right now. He's got to regroup. He's got one more.
Springer comes on now, and he has it 1 down.
Now batting.
Here's Mark Trumbo now.
Mark Trumbo.
First pitch on its way. And that one stayed too low, apparently. The 1-0. Hit on the ground to third.
Bregman has it.
And there are 2 away now.
The catcher, number 3.
Stepping in, Sandy Leon. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. First offering on its way. First pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0. Line toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball at the opposite field. Talking about hitting the inside half of the baseball, that's exactly what happened right there. And when we say inside half of the baseball, imagine the ball coming to a complete stop halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound, and then cutting that baseball in half and highlighting the inside half. That's where you're trying to take the knob of your bat or the hands to that spot and carve the inside half of the baseball with power.
0 for 1 for him here in this one. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Chopped this one left side. Bregman fields it cleanly. Over to Altuve for the force, and that'll be that. So no. Digging in for his second at-bat, Yuli Gurriel. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down and in unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Gurriel behind a ball and 2 strikes. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. A little bit over halfway home tonight. Bottom of the 5th as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just 1 hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Now that ball's hit well, deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
And the first pitch here is below the knees, but he gets him to chase it, and it's 0-1.
All bets are off for the offense right now. This guy's got a low pitch count. He's attacking the zone. They have to get more aggressive. This guy's not going anywhere.
0-2 the count to Evan Gattis. Now the 0-2 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. 6th inning comes. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Marcus Semien. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
And he looks at a slider in there, 1-1.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
It's 2-1 to the A's leadoff batter. Hit the other way out toward right field. Cruz moves over. He's got it 1 away. Standing in, Yunel Escobar. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time.
This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
And this will be put away easily for the out. Jed Lowry now. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. Flying toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. He's through first and hustling for second. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
First delivery to him on the way. 0-1 the count. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. And he fouls this one off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And it's fouled away. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Striding forward now is the DH, Jake Marisnick. He'll get things started here in the second half of the 6th. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
And he struck him out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
First pitch of the at-bat. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it.
Right here, he's looking to get himself into a good hitter's count so he can take a rip and maybe give his team the lead. He certainly has the power.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Here now the 2-2. Popped him up. Trumbull moving to his left. 2 gone.
The batter, number 1, shortstop.
Here's Carlos Correa now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
I know you're standing on the mound. You got 2 quick outs right here, but you have to respect the fact that this lineup can hit you and hit you in a hurry. Number 2-hole batter up at the plate. He has a chance to get on and get the big boys up.
The 1-1 is in there for the second strike. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Astros go down 1-2-3, and this is still a 0-0. Here's Chris Davis now. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. First offering on its way. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
2-0 the count to the A's left fielder. Now the 2-0 is chased out of the zone for strike one.
Looks like he's got a good feel for that two-seam fastball this far into the game. He's used it really effectively tonight.
This is skied into short left center. Altuve has a play. 1 out.
Up next for Oakland.
Now to the plate, Stephen Piscotty. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Here's the pitch. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Hit weakly back to the mound. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Up next for Oakland.
Digging in once again, Mark Trumbo. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a neck-high fastball that time. 2 out, nobody on. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Springer is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Digging in now, Jose Altuve. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Jose Altuve is retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Heading after this is Broxton. 2 gone. Here's George Springer. No hits to this point.
George Springer.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And the slider just stayed north of the strike zone that time. Takes a high fastball for a strike. The 1-1 home. There's a low changeup that's laid off.
That's a great job of keeping your hands back. You could tell he was totally fooled. His hip started leaking a little bit, but he was able to stay strong enough with his hands not to overcommit.
The count now at 2-2. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. Striding in, Sandy Leon. He singled his last time up.
Not sure if this is a powerhouse pitching performance by both teams or bad hitting, but as we're moving late into this one, it's about time somebody puts something together to try to score a run.
First offering on its way. Popped him up. And this is taken in for out number 1. Now at the plate, Keon Broxton. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Skied into straightaway right. Cruz is there. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Now at the plate, Marcus Semien. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, and he's not alone.
No, he's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer for their opponent on the mound so far.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Down go the Athletics. Now at the plate, Yuli Gurriel. And he'll start out the bottom of the 8th inning. Trevor Rosenthal is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Now pitching for the Athletics, number 64, Trevor.
Now here's the pitch. Line drive to center field. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. So the Astros put a man aboard to get the inning underway. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Didn't try and do too much. Fastball, middle cut, places it right back where it came from.
No balls and 1 strike. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And the changeup is way low that time. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Evan Gattis now standing in. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. In there, 0-1.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Behind 0-2 now. Sliders, strike 3 called, and that's a pitcher's pitch right there. 2 gone.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to. And that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Rosenthal's ready. Here's the 1-1. Hit to short. Simeon's got it. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Joe Smith will be on the mound to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ball game tight. Until the bottom half. Jesse Winker is going to come on and pinch hit here, and this is an important at-bat, leading things off in the 9th in a tie ball game. Out in front of it, strike 1. He comes into this one at 248, 3 homers and 31 RBIs. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Riding in once again, Jed Lowe. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Now the Astros are going to get a left-hander up and cranking out in the bullpen. One out, nobody on. Liner toward right center. And a dive, but he comes up empty, and this is big trouble now out in right center. He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
And that's the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that. You make the play and you're a hero on the highlight shows. You miss it and you're picking yourself up and chasing after it.
Here's the first pitch. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw is not going to be in time to get him, and somehow he's going to wind up with an infield single.
Boy, when things are good, things are going really good. How about a swinging bunt infield single right there for his third knock of the game, D-Row?
Yeah, he has to be feeling frisky right now. He's had 2 great at-bats, and then this one, he's 100% on fire. Getting an infield single for his third knock of the game, that's awesome.
The catch is made. Here comes the go-ahead run for the plate. He's safe at the plate. And here in the 9th, they have taken the lead.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
First pitch on its way. And they start him with one high and away for ball 1. Chapman is off at first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Bregman is there to make the catch, and his side is retired. Jesse Winker will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. Blake Trinan comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th. Now the pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
You got to throw that one out the window if you're an offensive player right there. You know this guy is predominantly a sinker ball pitcher. High fastball, he's got to show me that a few more times for me to honor it.
Behind 0-2 now. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away. And there are the final numbers for the Oakland starter. And he was really in command on the mound throughout the evening. Here's Carlos Correa now. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
Count now, a ball and a strike. The 1-1. He's in there for strike number 2. And that's going to be high. 2-2 now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. Strike 3. At the plate, Jose Altuve. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. In there, no balls and a strike. One and one. Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the 9th. He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. And that's going to be your final out here, and the A's make it 6 straight victories now as this one is over.
Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days. Both of these pitchers pitched awfully well. It's a shame one of them had to lose this game.
And that 1 run held up tonight, 1-0 the final. The Athletics came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Trevor Rosenthal earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. Blake Trinan earns the save out of the bullpen, his 20th of the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Athletics. 1 run on 6 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on.